Good morning and welcome back in. It is the Daily Brief. We are doing it every single day, Monday through Friday, here at the Dakota. It's Thursday, May 22nd. I'm Kyler Collum. Thanks, as always, for stopping in to watch and check out what we got going. Some big headlines in the news coming into this morning. However, as always, we're going to start with some This Day in History. First one, we have an 1819, the SS Savannah leaves the port of Savannah, Georgia, and crosses the Atlantic Ocean and becomes the first steam-powered vessel to cross the Atlantic Ocean. Fast forward 1866, Oliver Winchester founded the Winchester Repeating Arms Company. So first Winchester rifles started coming off the production line. In 1906, the Wright brothers are granted U.S. patent number 821,383 for their flying machine. And then fast forward way up to closer to modern day. Back in 2012, SpaceX's Dragon capsule is put on a Falcon 9 rocket, and it becomes the first commercial flight to the International Space Station. So, got some interesting things going on in history today, but we also have some interesting things going on in our headlines this morning. We'll start locally. A big one from us yesterday that I think we first saw from the Minot Voice. City Manager Harold Stewart was named a finalist for the same position in Washington State. Harold Stewart is a finalist for the top administrative job in Lakewood, Washington, raising questions about potential leadership changes at a critical time for the city. An internal email we obtained, he described the move as part of a period of personal reflection, not a sign of disengagement, and said he remains committed to Minot as the process plays out. So just Stewart's not going anywhere, but just an interesting little caveat into everything Minot's had going on recently. Testimony continues for murder of missing man. Minot Daily News, our good friend Charles Crane had a great article come out. He's been following the trial going on. As the state nears the end of its case in the murder trial of Delon Davis, investigators say Davis not only remained the strongest suspect in Mark McMillan Jr.'s disappearance, but also helped spread cartel-related rumors to deflect attention. Testimony revealed McMillan's body was found in a Minot business where Davis was arrested, and police say evidence contradicts Davis's self-defense claim. A little bit more statewide, Wildlife Group warns federal budget cuts could hit Jamestown Research Center. A proposed $564 million federal budget cut could shutter the renowned Northern Prairie Wildlife Research Center in Jamestown. Conservationists warned the loss would jeopardize decades of research on migratory birds and ecosystems across North America, with early staff departures already underway. Now, moving up to the national stage, big budget bill going through the House. A lot of the stuff we have is talking about the fight to get it. Well, I can tell this news now. As of this morning, it did pass the House. I think it was like a 215 to 214 vote, but it did pass the House. It had a lot of reworks had been done to it to get more people on board, but it will be going to the Senate now. However, yesterday afternoon, U.S. House Speaker predicts vote soon on giant budget bill stalled by some hard right objections. House Speaker Mike Johnson says he'll put Republicans' massive, big, beautiful bill up for a floor vote late Wednesday or early Thursday. It ended up happening late last night after huddling at the White House with far right House members and President Trump. Johnson plans to send a manager's amendment tonight to tweak the package and hopes to win over holdouts in the Freedom Caucus, potentially with Trump executive actions on Medicaid fraud and clean energy rules. So that did pass. They did end up getting some reworks done, and it has passed this morning and will go to the Senate again. But one other little interesting thing, the CBO analysis shows U.S. House GOP budget measure tilted towards upper-income taxpayers. Now, a new Congressional Budget Office analysis finds that House Republicans' bill would cut incomes for low-income Americans by up to 4% by 2033, while boosting incomes for top earners as much as 4% in the short term. The shift is driven by deep cuts to Medicaid and SNAP, alongside a $3.8 trillion extension of Trump-era tax cuts. As Speaker Mike Johnson pushes for a vote before Memorial Day, GOP divisions remain over safety net cuts and tax provisions, with near unanimous support needed to pass the bill. And, of course, again, it did get passed. So that wraps up my headlines for today. Make sure you check us out at 9 a.m. today. We have ND Talk. Jonathan and I are going to be going over some big things going on in the state. And as always, make sure you check us out online, the website, if you're interested in reading everything I talked about. You can check us out at mydakotan.com. You can see all the articles in full there. As always, give us a subscription. We're almost at 800. We're at like $7.99. So if you subscribe today, you could be that 800th. Make sure you comment, let us know how we're doing, share it all over. And as always, thank you so much for watching and have a great day.